Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
Hey everyone, it's Kenny at Juicy F-150s coming at you today with another quick video. Nice day out, February 17th. About 50 degrees where I'm at, so, just requires you to get out and do something, little yard work. So we did go ahead and decide to clean the F-150 up today, wash it, get it shined up, looking real good. I'll give you a quick shot of those real quick. But besides that, main reason for this video is kind of an expansion on the other video that I had recently. It was, what is your other projects you have? And mine was my 2003 660 Raptor that I have. For most men who get into a sport, or women who get into a sport, typically, or a hobby, typically you have your family in it with you. So me having the Razor XP4 high lifter right here, it was a 4-seater, so my whole family rode with me. But besides that, we didn't take it on too many trails and stuff, but around the property, we tend to just ride our little four-wheelers around and have fun. The Razor kind of sat a little bit too long. Kind of debating on whether or not I wanted to get an RS1 side-by-side, or if I wanted to get a Mustang 5.0 V8. But anyways, that's kind of getting off topic. This video is going to be about showing my kids four-wheelers, showing what they have. If anyone has one of these, I'd have done some changes to them, and it'll be some pointers for you all. I like to tinker with stuff and change things up, so I'll let you know what I did. All right, so here we are sneaking up to the rear. My gosh, that cloth sucked on the windows, all streaky. Geez, I'm gonna have to get something else to clean that real quick. But got the F-150 cleaned all up. Do love the truck, looks great. Color match front grills and so headlights. These the Morimotos. So a while ago, I did do ceramic coating from Adams polishes myself. Definitely a great kit. But in the same time that I did do that, I also put the Dura dressing on the tires, which is a more of a permanent tire cleaning, the tire shine. So it's been a couple months, but the tires still look clean. I mean, they look pretty good. I might actually hit them with some more later on. So the tire does have its clean. It cleans super easy, the wheels. The tires as well. They look clean, but not so glossy, but real clean. I really like it. So I'm going to stick with the Dura dressing pretty much, and I don't have any of that sling going on. And right here, we have my wife's Blue Lightning. Looks great. She's always up in the car wash, keeping this thing clean. It's just a Jets, so it's not one of the brushes that's going to scratch it up so much. Just something to do real quick. Morimoto headlights, color matched grill, black LEDs right here, but they're white when the truck's on. These are the Morimoto clones. Absolutely amazing for the price. She also has the Dura dressing on her tires, and the ceramic coating from Adams polishes. So I think the Dura dressing is definitely a win. It keeps the tires clean. This is just how they look from her going through a car wash. No scrub, no anything. Just car wash and clean. Still black, still clean, new looking. Not so shiny, but no sling at all. But let's get back to the four-wheelers. So here we go with my children's four-wheelers. I have my 660 in the back with no seat on it. I'm sorry, I was just cleaning the air filter. But my son has the Outlaw 90 MXR, which is the more racing, design. So it's modeled to look more like a race machine. So it does come with the aluminum Nerf bars, the polished aluminum wheels from factory. It also comes with the Fox front shocks and the Fox rear shock as well. But so the big deal is this one is my son's because it is carburetor. It's so much easier to teach him, who is just turned 9, how to use the choke to get it started. Put the choke on, pump the throttle. He understands how to do it. My daughter has the 110, slightly bigger motor, but it's EFI. So she just gets in and starts it up, and it works well. So we did wrap his seat in some vinyl, which is like the gator skin look to it. Painted the heat shields, painted the hubs that go in, just to make it a little bit more his own. We took all the cables off, hung them, and kind of rubber band baggies, sandwich baggies around the ends of them. Poured oil in them to grease the lines real well. We did, so we put everything. I want to think that the front brake maybe used to be on that side, but we did, maybe I'm wrong. We did put a front brake here with a park brake. So park brake's on, and that's convenient. We extended the throttles. So they were a little bit longer, so my son, so they can use. So right here was a little bit challenging for them. So now out here they got, more leverage on it, so it just keeps from that thumb fatigue. One of the bigger problems I had out of the machine was when I first got these, I knew immediately I was going to change to disc brakes on the rear. We also had some other ones, which I'm going to show a picture of here now. My kids loved them. My daughter was a little bit too small for it. My son was great, but after my son's first wreck and my wife saw him kind of flip over, she was too scared to let him ride, so we ended up going with a Razor 170, which you'll see right here. The Razor 170 was a problem because I did a whole lot of work to it, changed a whole lot of things up, but since it didn't have power steering, and when we ride up in my property up in here and stuff, it's too twisty turny, and the kids couldn't turn the daggone thing, so we ended up selling it, going back to 4-wheelers. We're going to stick with them because, my kids do love them now. So the 90 does have a kickstarting ability. So that's great. My son likes that whole, jump on it like a race machine and kickstart. The 110 EFI starts up super easy, no problems. As you see, one of the things to the front is we did the RFY shocks, just some cheap shocks that I had got off of Amazon. All the things that I've done to it, I'm going to try to post the link to them if you want to buy them in the description box at the bottom. No kickstart on that since it's EFI. Same thing, we painted the hubs, we painted the heat shield. Hers, we left the little Polaris flag on it. We can do the same for his, but no problem. Same. We put the longer levers, oiled all the brakes, cleaned all the brakes out. Thumb throttle, longer. Like I said, the heat shield. We did put the billet tip on the rear of both of them. They sound pretty good now. And the biggest thing was whenever we were shopping for these, we wanted to have the ability to have reverse. I mean, when the kids couldn't back up, that kind of was a problem. We didn't like that at all. And like I said, we are up in the bushes here, a lot of little twisty-turny. So they need to be able to have reverse. So I think that narrowed us down to the Polaris and the Raptor. We were actually going to get a Raptor for my son, but we just didn't. We found a great deal on this one. So we just went ahead and bought it used. Both of them used. Biggest thing you see right here. Disc brakes in the rear. So these things stop on a dime. They stop, lock the back tires up. So what we did was, let's see if we can get down here. Let me see which one looks. I got a disc set up, well, a brake caliper from a 110 Chinese machine off of eBay, no, Amazon maybe. And I got the longer cable here. And I used the original hub that mounted here, flipped it reverse, okay? notched this area out, mounted the caliper to it. So that was the caliper mount. The disc is just a universal disc that I will also post a link to that I found online. It is mounted to a sprocket, chain sprocket right here. So right here is the chain sprocket. Centered it, clamped it, drilled holes through it, mounted it. I mean, it was pretty simple. I think I actually may have had to trim a 1/4 inch off of this because it kind of changed the length a little bit. But you know, if you move this thing, we're talking, like, you know, let's see. Like, it ain't wanting to go anywhere. And it's just that much. I did do the foot one for my daughter at first. But what I ran into was her wanting to keep her foot on the brake and ride the brake the whole time, and that's not what I wanted to teach. So we went ahead. Both the handles do are used to see, they're functioning brake lights. So it's all wired in, so you can start it with either handle. Let me see if I can get it started real quick. Billet tip definitely gives some more sound. There you go. My kids absolutely love it. My daughter is 6, about to be 7. My son is 9. He just turned 9 like last month. So we did have these a year before, so they were able to ride this at you know, 5 and 7. So they come with the kill switch on front. Took the hand grip off that side, and I put the kill switch, well, the speed limiter on a switch. So light off, it's not governed. Light on, it is. So 30 miles an hour, max speed 15 miles an hour. Didn't have too many parts that you can buy to modify them and do things to them, but they're great little machines for my kids. Absolutely. All right. And here's the Raptor that I had custom painted sterling silver, which is the Ford color. I might actually change the color up to the lightning blue of my wife's truck. She really likes the blue. We really like that blue color, and you know, go from there. But if not, who knows? It looks great this color. All right, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.